Philby Obiara nyim no Ghana ha oye Honorable Adjoa yes, Honorable Adjoa daily analyst. Say, I don't regret abstaining from e-levy vote. I don't regret abstaining from e-levy vote. Adjoa breaks silence. Yes, she has broken the long silence. Last year, Muho baby, and about 2 years ago, and oye MPP government, as insensitive as they were then, Chinchinacha, they want to pass a bill called e-levy bill, electronic levy bill. No, they say a mobile money, wabaton from 100 cities going in is a say mobile money or better than wabaton. Nanda na sister Adjoa for catch and the e-levy voting. No, she was not part of it. Iyi yenkomo twetwe ene da oye granting interview or despite media one affiliate no the two were there. She was not part because she felt it was insensitive. She felt it was needless. She felt it was against the moral values now on amdo was called parliament or no. She felt it didn't help. It would not help the entire Ghanaian, especially her constituents or dome kwabenya constituents no. Inti inya sama oye yenua Adjoa Safo ene da to go and then why ye be bruhaha coming out of it. Me patro actually the same paper no so bako for me bon hu oye hen papa Professor Aaron Michael Quay on so na picture boho na nkomo twetwem no na yen sister Adjoa Honorable Adjoa Safo oraka dey say if Professor Quay ono no the chairman for committee na MPP for wato to oversee and then look into matters and things that led their loss no he should start from Dome Kwabenya. So one start to humpa onwe wo dome kwabenya if he be honest with himself na kwonfa zona mdo maneba no ede no olusi ono ze nka people like her no they will take the report very seriously. Mempanyefo, this is coming from my own Honorable Adjoa Safo yesterday when she went for an interview and then why I'll start with Apostle. Yes.
I'm fan check see kantanka TV ahwefo nyina. Almost aside from Facebook channel you best remove comment. Mo share na mumtimi ma adofo so any part of the program. Na me trust any about Adjoa Safo kasa. And me mum di nka say ne trust no or actual dodo. Mo say time and sense me ba ye no I believe say nya konya betena hanom. Na one thing I try that I try to mini abema bempashe din komo na me kan chen say ensem no emu bia betoto emu bia enimu no hu be hia san kono amu edebetudwa because wo no wo koka o manfo is public appearance and as public relation in terms of comodia abegu amanfo enimu no different from the na ekoso. I believe some in fact Kenya is so nankamen to BBF from Kanka Yana ye did you no there is one thing I must share free ne penny biwo friend Georgia Kufu Dampare. Okay. In fact, one of the things they say, my leadership crime bishim. Where one person, a band of Jumadi could police service more, many about to say police for you a demo failure. But the public relation was so strong, say an average Ghanaian, even said Dampare is the best IGP. Yes. But among police for the omnis were failing, which means the public relation was top notch. How would me portray Emma among four or more bonting in an idea. And now she'll be on the surface. Oh, IGP, that's all. You
are not wrong because during his era, like I could feel that the police was indeed my friend for the first time in my life.
But here is the case: Jumadi and Atta from police doing were breaking. We go from command, regional commanders doing Ojito in China. District commander or Jomi Nedman and Oye. What does it? It's a bunny Jumadi in terms of leadership, new failure. But public relation wise, no, he's the best. My junior one was no, it's something we must learn. Okay. And you about Adjoa Safo, I believe, say going forward, no, so to share. Well, because Thomas and Sembe told you, you will be information. You said, send me an email cross, no, an ordering. But here the case, I'm not credited talk now, sir. Information I demand na amanko for me so nya sem ni bia ye den ka gu animu ase enter sir.
You know, for the TikTok issues no make the boy in a TikTok account no I used to follow her. Unfortunately, most of the videos that were coming out, they were old videos.
So you see,
especially one that she was wearing red. That video was taken about 2 years ago, before that event.
But Obi Pe was
I was so sad that people were claiming she was dancing on us instead of responding to the issue. They were old videos.
And
Adjoa was not dancing on anybody.
Obi so Obi Pe was so no. So the anybody be can na be gina. And no information public na eden assume the air consistent assume no MP now no so share no wa done it with TikTok MP and those information e put here ebu animu ase. Oh, so I believe that the public relation am one. Now watch it. The kind of information but even at the ministry, some of the information about toy name a whole minister. It me show you obi now in your sense no your fat letterhead that was a lot of things that we move here. I mean say you have the opportunity because you go see the day America I me that say me papa say we wan na kronfo and go dan kronfo come to use the kusia pia and say rade abo no abodi ni hu ban a obi ade me nya ni se metena se mo be gu medi ni anu ase because me man so abefa sa adi no what I say enti ade bia ni poso mo ni brain say din say the area and especially when information about ntro. And you keep quiet for all this long to even go and fail in your primaries. Abysmal performance there. I think that he's too late. Because he should have
communicated earlier.
And then I will lose some now what to do? But say we have a problem is about losing something. And I don't know one handle the communication. And it's how do baby a santo here nipomun in the normal because you can't send back food or be good. You can be an honorable baby about the social media handles also to me will be about one one manager amount PRO wise will be you need people around you who can help you and make me start thinking. Look, I just should speak all this one because information available. Say you know any year. I mean that's what deep. What is information? Yes. And everyone mean to be fan to because me and the spokesperson, but I have those information.
Yeah.
And I believe say better late than never. We better sadie. But dear about come saying you know it me share no me na make say me dey ban the PR for there. Me fam down Paris study nipa. Because even when you are failing,
down Paris a case study.
Yes, even when you are failing in your backyard, let the people know you're doing well. Just a fantastic PR system or building, you know. I believe every leader must learn it. And I think it's coming back to the Adjoa you quickly, no. Or say, E-Levy or saying
yeah, she didn't believe in it. She told them that she would not. She would have been.
Because you never tell me to say E-Levy on this platform.
Adjoa would have been our political heroine for the next 2 decades.
Oh, maybe better on this platform. Say E-Levy a chrono one day. Because I ban it to more than 2 or 3 times with Sita corner and it doesn't happen anywhere. Nothing in our bro na what one or two. And maybe could do baby picture be a buyer soon and same impersonation and leadership.
Because what she has said, Ciciano, is suggesting
yes. What has entered and near my course in your name. I would not see a dean, mainly one of them and I'm so maybe some to one taste them in him because you need to be guided. No matter baby what do you need to humble and learn. So I believe said to Kassan Temo because he has a creature doing mammy. Say Obi could book no near mama information. Now me information this so now me there 2 days and some debema. Now confirm book on what's the essence of that information. E-Levy some baby in the you know.
Honestly should have been our hero.
So you're for the timing of information. But be I would accept me but what me later when I say
because everything showed, excuse me with my word, that this E-Levy thing was senseless to the extent that a month before the passage, you know, Dr. Baumia was on one radio station explaining why the E-Levy was not necessary. Explaining why that E-Levy policy shouldn't even come to pass.
It is how do I know to move? How bobo me chidom? I'm the who sent any so I believe so. I bet and I believe so. I don't know how. I mean, whether in the future in politics, no, whether still MP1 wash and over the national level. There's a national level also so and now even the time I would another question. Because if indeed who pursue cause so that whatever happens, you know you're going to lose even your MPA now. I don't know.
Because regardless of her silence, people from national, people from the regional level went to a constituency to campaign against you.
That's the point. And in Kaban and what's a fire no more. So that in future, Senator and Nema for national we know honestly, you are somebody of integrity and this. But saying at the point I won't say so no a problem. Nepal can be but your person different. But I won't say so my coalition area Malusu. As I say, who share NPP there were much basis. NPP. Oh no, says yeah, papa to for fashion that's down. And now do buy with me or more opposition 8 years by opposition within party. Kufo part no. Alan pen when you from mama 10 from which then and name to ye pamo ye janchen. And to for the end of now those constituents free. Now all person to move the movement of change it to me uncle. No more that's what the party almost Allah that's all. Nes enya trade no. Can I Japan so dear agent China say enya phone no. But me also dear dem do jemu den now come lecture ya. Omo body chi do wa say because the political position the leader of the party now is the chairman. And so the chairman you call the ehu no. What does it but me also dear the age jemu den it will show say party na jira won na chiche mu na no dey.
A declining party for that.
You could see say omo who say no and share here and a certain part no omo the whole problem of NPP e dey solve omia which omo be person be play me tie ne kasa me tie ne komodie no and you could see that is the whole way say omo person mo chechi defeat no but no kwani nyame enim ne obi aka no kwawi enim say baby a problem ni free no but obi aka do men ho but me aka do obi ka we victim of circumstance say dem me aka so ye running mate na ka na ko bomb ne mu de na ye mate na kana ko bomb ne forget say mate which was say driver hanyo do na ko to say me na me tue but so far that it on kwa the victim but ye person force what it at the swa which and also be mu makwan so NPP duma dey dey say na no dey and I believe say this is a time one or some kasa here to I believe say there is a time I'm very blame because so also be blame dia and no be blame after be blame obi a party
blame no 20 years so body one ye nyina
ya ba say am adwa kasa no dey but we were doing the mumu ya what na home so ne dey ko home so do we dey ko no on one future in the party and we say no because they be here nipa be support am mabo he should have spoken long time
Ajo to can create a own constituent
and no that's a challenge because
Ajo has that a very strong political gravitas when it comes to constituent
me boy how many percent you see here the fool at the time you need to be a unifier because party no achiche it will support there they need to be a unifier it will metnasi aim point finger where you need all of them to support you now make as a time now also kasa ne twem this time no kakra na me ni effect of person
yo honorable Richard Suma. Yes, and our sister was talking to directly to Professor Mike Ironkwe that the report that he is presenting to National should factor the defeat of a son in his constituency. In fact, he should start. That should be a starter.
Yo, Mechia, Wankasane, the management of Kantanka TV, and then our own founder, Alan Kojo Chiramantenini, wife, and all the leadership and all the followers of the movement for change.
We are the butterflies.
Yes, the Alpha Frontal people. We are still alive, and as far as Ghana's politics and future is concerned, we have a major role to play, and we are a major stakeholder in Ghana politics. He said the Apostle Kaya, no, I don't mean say ever some of these issues, no, because as far as concerned, no, some of these things they are peripherals, and the primary focus of what Ghana's problems are really and how we need to zero in on them. The Ebeka say, you see, the Adwa Safo, Honorable Adwa Safo, no, the kind of political architecture Ghana. Sebi Tafrache say NPP and losing election anka. Would you have been hearing some of these things? You wouldn't hear. They would have swept it. Another question. They would have swept it under the carpet because you see, Ghana politics now called Danny say party first before any other thing. So Adwa Safwa was protecting the interest and the integrity of the NPP party other than herself. because who tiho and I can say a far chartered flight I be foul from US to come and participate in the voting to pass the e-levy bill. All this while you knew you were not a person there. So what akukudrono, and you are a representative of the Domi Kwabenya people in realistic terms there. You should have opened up long time ago. Men try say nyamani nyina beye basa. Eye basa we ya no. Wankasa uba ya no, you still came to contest the primaries of the party within Domi Kwabenya. And you lost. Then Michael Kwe came in, but you see, as at that time, no, by the courtesy and the destructive nature of Nana Akufo-Addo, no, was destroyed the very foundation of MPP Dada.
Sure.
And it will be no matter how good you are. She said, Usha Omu members no mu call parliament no. It is only in their super strongholds within Eastern region and Ashanti region. Any other region which is not an affiliate or say Omu ye too emotionally and tribally attached to the MPP, they lost. Accra is a greater Accra land. A vast majority of the people in that Domi Kwabenya enclave, they are sympathizers of MPP. They are. But to share honuma, ewe for her, Ashanti for her, Nkrai for her, a Frekobo constituency. Everybody is there.
Yes.
And such an area can never be tagged as a stronghold for MPP in perpetuity. By all means, no.
Okay, so the key word here is in perpetuity.
In perpetuity.
Because for I mean, the precedent over there is that it is one of NPP's stronghold.
Yes. But to me, in perpetuity,
okay.
There are some seats in Volta region or Ashanti region, let's say Bantama, and maybe let's say Whole Central. No matter what you do, it's absolutely in perpetuity.
Okay.
This is Whole Central. Say, Yadi Miami cousin Baku by Divine. It was the former MC of who he did a good job there. We need primaries, no. But you know, the MPP NDC candidate got about 60,000, and now Divine got how many votes? 6,000.
Wow!
Upon all the work, within the enclave, no. And yes, be a matching guy no crumple like let's say 50-50 or 50-30 or 50-40. I say 6,000 to what? 60,000 to 6,000.
So it's like 10 to 1.
10%.
Yeah.
But what you must hear. And to say the apostle can I don't you have said it all already. And to me say
okay, right.
The best Adjuani say on political future. Already I've started hearing her talk about say Baumia deserves a second chance. And to Kwambiasu say Baumia Babioma or no best opportunity. I would have wished that she should stop all this conversation around Baumia's coming back and all this and so on best supporting from the very inception.
Okay.
Which I say, and yes, Anna, you who created some apathy within your own political space now. And I can say, you could be a pro-Baumia, but look at your own future.
Okay.
It could be that tomorrow maybe Alan will form a formidable political party or do something. Why? What prevents Honorable Adjoa Safwa from coming to support Honorable Alan Kojo Chiremante? Are you getting my point?
Okay.
That is if you are speaking about, say, you are ultimately looking at the country's interest, not the MPP's interest. Because MPP is a political party. It was founded, it is growing. Now, Obia Bedisu and our party, no after the from. So obviously, was a tradition. So you people like Adjoa Safwa, Sylvester, Tete, Peter Mewu, all those MPs who actually lost their election, they should consider coming to align with what? Alan Kojo Chiremante, because you see the man has a superior vision. And yes, Nancy and Ayatu Abama John Mahama's winning power is always, as I say, in the absence of nothing, bad is good. John Mahama is actually not the one supposed to be leading Ghana a pempenso ahead. You do see about who the new to her, who the Baumia to her, who share all the other contenders now. Mahama was the best among them. What you say? Apart from Alan Kojo Chiremante, who had a plan, a master plan, all of them no manifesto, no better to go yasusa. And then I kasano, where is their flagship manifesto promises? 24-hour economy ni so
it's in the pipeline.
You will see the pipeline. We want a pipeline at best. And the pipeline best, or you should in a bed then, be fine channel.
Let's be hopeful.
So, yeah, the end will be but
let's proceed to the Daily Gist. The Daily Gist, I'm seeing the pictures of oil security personnel, one line on up there, about 5 up here. Mahama sacks 18 generals from the military. Mahama sacks 18 generals from the military. But I'm picture I former a military in those nature. I don't know what is informing this. I mean, this move, Apostle.
Yeah, so say about no security.
Is it that when every president comes, they do it?
Will be for you see, one thing about security is rants.
Okay.
And rants, no yes, and she has such a way say, untumi upenye untumi meshe ketwase. So for instance, say IGP Dampare, Oshima Consol retirement, or COP. You choose as IGP. But nipa na yabe choose no wase, and waba no, untumi salutum to so kwa opie. Sana security here. And this is a Dampare obey then.
He says retirement.
Untumi nye police ni because until you get but me last time, IGP last time.
Okay.
No, this COP. So every appointing, no COP for you need retirement. Obi na we commission
that time. Whether or not you are 60 years.
Yes. Security share here.
I
appoint you junior there who say more top in na mu kofie. Because security penny no want to me mame salutu ketwa. Say.
Oh, then they retire you automatically.
But I don't know why people never capture and say sat as if say wapam mo keke there. Depending the pana ya point to omo. So more rants no so channel and as even just on who penny na wudi no who level. Eti enya point to be was here. Na so say twem nyina nkwa bonte. Na so na be what top omo so betimi atete.
Until them ya wasa kona na then one anka so there automatically they have to. It is a walk on.
Eti enya sack who coffee o time aso.
More.
Who could feel time? And yes, normally this are maybe a 3 more day, no. And I become a 3 more day, but this are last time saying, oh, no, see, yes, or no, see, people. Or a DCOP, and you're appointing it. All the COPs will be able to coffee automatically. Mojuma Sunday or 30 years or 40 years. Muninaja, and I buy the bus no to so Santa to so more top on the say your papa Mahama so chusu, you who know, you only see a COP. Tebanisa or more Srono Penebeko. I have no friend and no deputy IGP, which means or the top war. And then Ubia, what can be anyway safe. Until
now, the only person who is not safe is Dampare.
They are both you way out.
Oh, he's not 60 years yet.
There be Ojuma end it. What I say, so it's here. I believe, say, now I think, say, never because of Brad, yeah, Papa, I also about new people, and I was just following it, and I think that there's something growing, which you can't once and as a man, me nim opinion for the kind of education, or see me in the brain here. When you be many about security, dear, me, I part of politics in you frame. Because you are sure you be say Obi create the bonny as police intervention, so they need to make one. Why? Because you politicize security. No, Tracy Papa Mahama body, Air Commodore Eric Atana also. Not NDC supporters a demonstration so I'm on pen because when you NDC. How can you tag a security man say where your party foot soldier or not? Never see me. No, but the European no can order. So I feel your boss soldier ni credia. Party supporters at me demonstration. Yes. So one can
yes. You see, it boils down to the provision of the constitution. The fact that is the president, the executive that has to appoint all these independent bodies. Now, president appointed. How independent can you be? Now, and this is where the affiliation comes to.
Over police more. When you hit it from ACP, who's normally police from former for such a constable every 4 years we are so being promotion. 4 years. Now we need to pretend and who win an SSA.
No, I am political.
Now you say yeah, it's not just a quite top. Oh, shade. Nay, I never be who create ACP anyway, you know. And one day about president now they decided see him promote too. What I say, it's become a joke about the time was no about retirement, but no call for because no only no political only no political affiliation, you know. You promote no for you now.
No, that one,
DCP or no, and or the retirement and we share you do the buy because minimum you the same rank and because when you name say me the mayor campaign we know it will move dua baby wo anu ode say we military mu we police mu obi en baby obi gina serious obi en baby obi gina
we don't have anybody in the neutral
from as on mine na ye ntwa side we so awon e be nyina swatente ho bi aguani a ye dwene ho a ye ntimi momode nya hwa so mine because anu ode secret baba and secret bambo to the e hia say wo say wo ye NPP na ye ndisa na wo ye movement to change no e mra na ye dey adwuma and obi bia mra ni ti on o say ma ye better say ye be choko say ebusa wo say na wo ye ndisa no because that day no wo party ba beto am ho akere what because e bi no mo kan yo almost time papa no wo so no I think some campaign bills say na soldier for kobro wo mu na pa na commander here and just what was supporting Muhammad that time come soldier for mu one so be na adwuma what I say oh man who this allegation we call and me sure say papa Muhammad am falling for this because very serious na so be catch soldier for say who was so here the member say me adwuma ma me because na akonya beto ho ma me so say promote to me yeah be used to say me time one me time adwuma ade na nya enye what I say mo ye ade na ye de yabase me bom ho ban na mo we ne ma na enye no se mamra na ye adwuma eti security de be sra manofo no me ni problem say ban no au bi but you see na wo kan ba say
that's where it start from
no I mean so you see problem na wo security no anu odin I don't can dey ba kon wonu say wo hwe sese ye wo mo manage police that's a police council no adwumakuo ahoro be nipa be yensia and out of nipa the moon 6 already abai no and the chusu which we say continental as police council na be din command abai no na in charge
that's majority
interior minister or a part of the police council even before interior minister no the chairman of the police council the vice president number 1 out of the 10 no number 1 vice president 2 interior minister 3 IGP
appointed by the president
attorney general
by the president.
That's enya 4 no. You as the president na san chusu nipa 2 nkan na so enya 6. 84 na aka ne de. Omo na ya the assumption that the Ghana Bar Association de bakoba retired police impinfo de bakoba general de bakoba. What omo sa 4 na e won chen na no de election is some professionals. But 6 ne de ya ban. Any decision ye take bia no. Say nipa 6 no mu gya ho ma ban no. It's only one problem. And the second level, no, so we can IGP no the police you did not buy an appointment. Now the year and Taban point in front of the problem. Send you share electoral commission, you are buying a point to but your mom will be a security of tenure.
Yeah,
we are more kunyatna. So when you say me 4 years, more 10 years, I just want to be born, be a bit it's me, you may juma me here with that fear nor favor. But unfortunately for police,
they don't have that.
Who needs security of tenure? I buy the banu bo dear. I did not see me require there one penny. I'm a mebo foot with us pam obi entwenya no hwe it's what point to obi a one or no mu send security of tenure woni de kire o kita professional flag on him no kita party card why because anamu awu to obi the party supporters no e feel say nema wo ye na emo mu nya kwan nya ne omo criminals political party on the criminals so
yes
it's now no be time was the NPP criminals they have now handed over to the NDC criminals for the say no NPP town and NPP for na ye and my woman national women not you question you question the full question omo nyina na say the say campaign according to omo and some of them and no more we hand over to NDC criminals so and abo room homo kwa kwaye etu ye den ya be security for no so come ensure say sa ni me to be de betwa be wo koi wo no ya IGP wo ye commander of military no wo corner part ni e den ka ko say wo tete empe wo ho be kiro so we have a problem with our security ye gu so aye can I believe say so mine no emredru anytime we be am for we ensi ha anytime ban bi bafo we some more party no more power no omo na ye kasama security for no omo nya ko position no masate attack security because they know the architecture any security na da won enye but oba on solve to say nanado mu time we obi from power and all that be die at the time security or better so na kasa and this is some more position na papa mills and Kenya be Ghana or no mabashi or so you see so they know the problem but makato money the moment on the position then they not tend to speak against the problem they had the opportunity to solve our man solve
and two necessary evils NDC and PP they're two necessary evils. Honorable Richard Suma, let me take you to the Chronicle. over here, I'm seeing the picture of Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, and he's saying that government promises Ghana 13.8 billion for infrastructure, but allocates only 800 million cedis. Yes, but allocate only 800 million cedis. No, budget no why the promise abano or NDC aban His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promise was in there infrastructure development was the secretary D 13.8 billion now was the beshim nanka wetu mwabua or yen road yen school and one totoe hospitals nazi. But budget was about parliament, so 800 million cedis.
Yo, at least. Mami, a little bite on this security issue, right. Just a minute or two about it. Say Ghana Nanka Sanobek, who say there was systemic issues. We are sitting on a time bomb, Ankasa. Say the way I near say I careful at that we will not have a country to live in. It's just by the divine grace of God. I mean, say Ghana for no, we are tolerating each other. Accepting some of these mishappenings within the security architecture. No, and Omambiano is governed by the Constitution of the Republic. And to share a constitution, anything people like Alan Chermate were of the view say we need a second chamber, where this second chamber will be the appointing institution. Say Befa IGP, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, all these key sensitive positions it should be brought to the second chamber for deliberation upon it. And the Ebanu Sana, ube appointee people devoid of political coloring. Now, any known news in Ghana said there are some people within the security architecture Nankasano, they openly show where they belong. And you know, so it is like how he's saying that because some of them don't have security of tenure, you know, Obianim say, look, if I don't align myself properly, the chances of me even getting promoted in ranks, I do some maybe do general status now they are there, no, and that forms are. And unless who align before you can easily become what? A general or easily become a senior ranking member in the army or in the police or wherever. And the extra say constitutional review committee we are they should factor some of this thing in and reduce the powers of the executive. So that some of the powers now vested in the president who should be taken off.
Especially on the independent bodies. Even
though every president wants a kind of security architecture around him. You can trust. Why? Where Kotoka and Co not smiling with Kwame Nkrumah. Didn't they behave as if that
what done a
pa? But within the twinkle of an eye, they turned their back and they overthrew him. So, some president in United, wanting a security president Biaba, or appointing Nkrofua, or no what GDA say, they align with Onu vision. And now they align, they are sympathetic towards him. And Tiabanu say, Bibi Bessa Ekosu military, no, say like a cool planning or all those things, they can curtail it. Because we share some of the surrounding countries. Now, do you know it is the president security apparatus or more overthrow president, you know. Not somebody sitting the barracks who Sature Muniki can they were the one guiding their president before. So it is easier for you to overthrow the president if you are the one who are his top-notch security people details around him. And the best say Mumaya Shesu na enjoy Sadia na establishing the second chamber na to me more that opportunity to determine some of these issues for us. So quickly on this issue of the 13.5 billion big push agenda for
infrastructure.
You see, who share Ghana need deficit in terms of infrastructure and kasa there. Not even 100 billion Ghana cedis can even meet us halfway through. Not even 100 billion. Because if you look at road deficit, schools, and there's a picture circulating of cars of MPs parked in Parliament House and kids, the young generation bibia omuti a omusua de no it is very painful. And because it is always said to he who much is given,
much is
expected. Nyame adore my way to the center. Burkina Faso, they are landlocked countries. They don't even have a sea. Not even think about getting crude. But Burkina is the one giving you corn. Burkina is the one giving you sorghum. Burkina is the one giving you tomatoes, giving you onion. And yes, Mami Kanu in a plain language, and ya bodam semni. Because people who God has not even given them much, they are the ones who are feeding you who God has given you much. So when we say, any brain dead leadership now, you need people with foresight and vision. Anything I'll share the echoes, so they came to parliament, did an allocation, promised an allocation in the budget. Said this is the quantum of Zika Edibeshe infrastructure. And now Musu infrastructure, don't ever employ artisans, carpenters, masons, plumbers, laborers, not the idea. So the idea is that let us put money, even your friend is saying the past president of America. What do we call him? Biden. Even Biden also came up with such a policy that he wanted to renovate and now reconstruct old bridges, old schools. American, he wants to reconstruct it because that will create sufficient jobs. So if this government is saying that it's one of their models now, it's a good thing. But don't promise 13.something billion and then disburse about how much? 800 million. 800 million a drop in the ocean, a chicken change.
So where's the 13 billion?
Where is the 13 billion? So, anything America says, our budget now, and the CD buy a politically motivated budget. A budget to hoodwink the people to believe, say, and I want to share Papa Bima or Mainu, because the Biawuka said you have come to meet a country that was abysmally run. And then I say, Omainu is in total disarray. Nabia ene usi una obabe resetting Omainu. Now in the resetting of the Mainu, who priority areas now with the budget now also this can better to know are not productive areas of the economy. No, what are you telling us? And one amika our platform you say, sa sanitary pad we say amusu omube distributing now more allocating about 200 and something million for it. No, I would have loved to hear say sa sanitary pad no. We have identified 10 or 5 indigenous Ghanaian companies
who are going to manufacture them here.
We are pumping this amount of money to them so that they will produce the things and give it to the citizens.
But there was nothing like industrialization.
There was nothing like
I didn't see
the industrial sector of the economy was absolutely missing. So if you look at the priority of NDC and in your economic policy, the foundation you lay from the first year will determine how your second year will be. And don't forget, says Ebusian Bebrena Yabo from Abrochino. The maturity rate is going to be from 2027, 2028. And the interest payment from 2027 and say from year 1 year 2 now what the foundation papa be there was so that the second or the third year or the fourth year of your administration now what investing into productive area that have started to bring what revenue lines. And the army can say, me will see time on this thing. It is a political budget, and they will be exposed soon and very soon. And then the people will know that NDC actually is not the best alternative, but we have no option than to go with them. But your bumper say, the Omuka Somubeyano, your bemo Mreka Krabi, Nancy Sombit Made. Ayana. Yo,
Fonton from the Shaman Oguda Wareshi. Back to Honorable Adjoa Safo's issue. An interview, she went for the interview at on a Kosi sign with multimedia. Yes, Asempa, yes. And I think a wabo it wasn't just by media, it was rather multimedia. Yes. To wrap up,
my main for wrap it up. 13 billion
like Mamen Cordeli guy, which eats into that. Okay. Agricultural budget too small for impact. There's also about a budget corona that this one is on agriculture. This coming from a CSO's phone be what is too small for the kind of achievements and then the kind of output the government wants to have.
Yo, Akosia, I'm a man in terms of phone. I think with politicians, no, me matra fidi kese so aka. Say omo no interest paramount than yen
yes.
And for opposition 8 years, come na de warm. So they will come and tell you, say, oh, yeah, buy a but politicians and oh, share over the years, Ghana, ye be Romunia Sha, Mamu, ye boo, or my mua, you know clearly. Now, my example to say budget you're working. Shesa, by wow, share, baby, I'll teach you, say, Sika, you say to the boo, need to be pig infrastructure, no, 30.8 billion. I drink back. So you can even case so share deficit but at least who shall say for baby.
Sure.
Name more about less than 1 billion.
Now only wait 13 days in China.
I know you the boy man for no, but come back, never had the only baby, no. Open baby, be the pie presidency. Kohono ye the choir, ye entire council.
Accountability be
NPP on Bebu Maya, yes, so Mabuno Trocata and Tantan, you know. Now your agencies, Makumaku 8 the presidency. And no crown on my pin another don't go for the Smith more than on your man phone or the 326 million Ghana cedis and they support the 8 agencies
at the presidency.
Now, yeah, Papa Mahama buy don't know man for who are all about boy, dear Queen, where they came for a few other that.
Okay.
But it's a 4.
Okay.
Now 4 agencies now continue to compare 8 agencies no. Ke the 326 and Tabada for half
on your phone.
And now Tabaya 150 20 million no. Or more over 2 billion and akakugo because on the omenya be now so mo camp on my car ma come before so yes and to mo pia ko be omenya die na emom be edit and for so be bre yen die ye just ye ni e 13 billion now we ma 8 which is less than 1 billion now so what's the percentage what there just 4 agencies no should the increment at the point. What I say? And you ever say, Madam Maka, I bread with a gun and he be to me who need you to me. Royan Cassia to a money. And yes, I be among your seven, sir. May I end this man to young Cassa because no one who had the young in bread. What I say? And to the question, young mamma money who say, or money home. More first of you, see, cannon rubber be a young never for now. Now, a poor man for.
A man for Hannah, yes, or yes.